Welcome to Creative Pages with Catherine. I'm Catherine, and it's time for the next challenge in the 101 Scrapbooking Ideas and Sketches book. I'm going to be working from page 76 in the book this time, and I will link the original blog post in the description box below this video. I'm going to be working with the Welcome Baby collection this time. This one is the one that is the greens and yellow palette. And who knows, coming up I might mix them up a little bit and put the regular with the blue or the purple or all three together. I don't know yet. But I wanted to show each one separately first, and then we'll see if we mix and match a little bit as well. So let's get into the sketch. Here it is, page 76 in our sketchbook. I'm going to hold it up so that way if you want a screenshot of the mats I'm using, which are a lot this time, you can get a shot of that. I did use larger photos. I have a couple of smaller 4 1/4 ones, some 4 by 6, some 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, and 4 1/2 by 6 1/2. And I'll let you know where everything is going to be going on the page. It just, the sketch has 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 photos, and that's not me. So I'm going to give you all some options with some larger photos for this layout. For the base on both sides, I'm going to be using the wood tone paper from this paper pack, and we're going to run it sideways through the page. Let's see here. There we go. It's a lighter wood tone. The back side of the page has the bunnies with the stripes, but since we're going to be doing the wood tone sideways, our bunnies are sideways. I don't know if it really matters unless you scrapbook both sides of your pages. And I do know people that do that. It's actually really interesting to learn more about that as well. Maybe I'll do a video on that sometime, but it's not in the future anytime close. I can definitely tell you that much. I have so many other videos I want to get done. Somebody can remind me later. Okay, so I am going to be running our moon and star border sticker through the middle of our page, and I'm just going to use my silicone mat here to help me line it up this time. I don't think I need my 0 centering ruler exactly because it's, I think, maybe a 1/2 inch border sticker, and I just want to run it through the center right at the 6, kind of through the middle of the sticker here. I have 2 of our 4 by 6 mats. It's the one with the, I guess, little ribbon look at the top. It has a bunny on the back side of it. And the stars with the green background for this other side. So let me go ahead and get these 2 stuck down. These are both 4 by 6. So they are going to be next to each other on our page, running through our page. And we're going to have just a little bit of space up here for this. About 1/4 inch down from the top of the page. I want to make sure my ribbon is facing the top, and I guess it does look like it's a little bit of a gray tone mat. Now that I look closer, and it does have a few speckles along with the ribbon. I will show that closer once I get the page put together. I've also cut, this is from our index sheet. This is a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 mat. And then I've also used our star paper from this collection that has the lines on the back. And I cut that at 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. It's the one where you take 4 mats from the same sheet of paper. And I think I have a couple of extra for another layout, but I do know I use this paper on the card as well. And these are just going to go down about 1/4 inch border again here from the bottom corner of the page. Finally, I have some stickers and one more larger mat. I did think about my sticker placement with the colors, because there was these squiggly flowers in our sticker set, and there's 3 colors of them. There's this kind of aqua-y blue, and we're almost like it's a sea green more. This color that's around in our mat. There's the darker green here, and then there's also yellow. And so I wanted to make sure to have them kind of in a pattern that I liked. This one is one of our 4.5 by 6.5 mats. It has the gingham on the back, and we are going to foam tape this one again, because in the layout, it looks like that photo is popping up off the page. I kind of just want to go a little bit over. So I'm going to have to make sure to go in about a 1/2 inch around. So this one, I think I can eyeball my, what was it, the blue one that I had to put the markings just to make sure I followed along well. I'm doing these about 1.25 inches. Go about, like I said, about a 1/2 inch in, and I'm going to do one longer one for through the center of our mat here. And this is, like I said, they had a 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 photo that they ran through on the sketch, and I just, I like the larger photos. I like not having to trim those down quite so much. So this is going right here through our center of our page a bit. We are going to be able to get our photos underneath at the top and the bottom. And usually that part that this is going to be covering up is kind of, like the sky, or maybe a little bit of grass or something along those lines. But that's the one thing that's going to be popped up on this page. The rest of these stickers are going to go just right onto our page. And just to add a little highlight, because they had the chevron, I don't know if that's a border sticker or probably from the Totally Tonal Tangerine is what's in our example on the sketch. Let me pull that in again for you all to see again real quick. So here you can see where they had this, and I just thought, we can just highlight ours with a couple of the smaller stickers, put the larger photo up. And so it's because all of these were just smaller. I really wanted to fill the page with our photos. So, and you can even use a peekaboo pocket if you want as well. You can even peekaboo pocket this one if you want to add even more photos to your page. But still honoring the sketch, and we're going to make this into a 2-page layout. That is one of the other things that I've been doing with a lot of these single-page sketches, because, your album is mostly 2-page layouts, not single-page layouts, right? Let's get this lined up on here again, and we're going to go through the middle of our page again. Oops, that looks a little crooked. Let me straighten that out before I wind up putting my sticker on crooked, huh? Okay, there we go. Better. Run this through the middle of the 6 again. So that should line us up with the other side of our page. I guess I could have pulled in my other side of the page. I probably should before I press down on this, just to make sure I am lining these up. Yep. Pretty well looks like I went up just a hair at the end of that other one, but that's okay. There we go. Now, for this side of the page, I have 2 more 4 by 6 mats. The one that says Sweet Dreams at the top has some little white speckled clouds on it. And then this is another one of our mats with the green background with the stars. Back side of these are Sweet Dreams and Baby Bannard. Alright, let's go. What did I say? About a half or a quarter? About a quarter of an inch. Probably, again, like I said, I probably should pull in that other one. Let me do that because otherwise I'm going to wind up not lined up and then I'm going to be unhappy and we're going to be pulling things apart again, which is never fun. So let's do this. All right, look at that. Well, that was actually okay, so I'm not going to be pulling anything up. All right. And then again, roughly the quarter of an inch from the bottom. So I have another one of our, from the index sheets, 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, and the 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 from the page that has the colorful lines on the back side of it. Oh, it looks like Serene Waters. Yep, because I used so much Serene Waters on that one live stream. That was great. And believe it or not, I still have a little more Serene Waters, but let's see when I can work that back in a little bit. Probably not too much because I think it's about to sell out. All right, this needs to be closer to a quarter of an inch. There we go. All right, so we have our 4 mats down. And then here are my, I've got 4 stickers again. I'm going to go ahead and place these down. So this one is the lighter sea green that I was talking about earlier. I've got 2 of them. One's larger, one's smaller. This again is the dark green, and this is the yellow. So you can see I've got dark green and yellow at the corners here, and then the lighter. I think there was only 3 of those, or it just worked out that the Here We Grow Again is in that same sea green because attention to detail and color matter to me. So we like to have things that flow nicely through our pages. This one is our plaid with the dark green, and it has picture frames on the back of it. We'll go ahead and pop this one up. I'll just leave this other one in here. It's a little bit in the way, but not tremendously. And again, we'll go about 1 1/4 inches, about a 1/2 inch in on our mat. So that way we can get underneath with our other photos. And it's going to work out nicely, I think. I haven't really done too much of this whole popping up of the photos and just the sketch. I think the last sketch also spoke to me about it, so I thought why not introduce it a little bit. This one's going to be a little bit bigger through the middle, so our middle on our photo doesn't sag. Okay. There we go. Okay. Make sure I'm getting my mat on here nicely again. And it's kind of, this is definitely not in the exact center of our mats. You can see where this one's just offset just a little bit, and so this one is going to be as well. I think I just noticed it a little bit more because of the plaid lines on that one. All right, there we go. So we have our 2 pages, and I did not hold this one up to the camera for you, did I? So let's go ahead and left side, or at least I'm not sure if I did, but it doesn't hurt to see it again, right? And the right side of our pages, and you've already seen them both together because I put them together, which is unusual for me. Usually I do left side and then the right side. And one more time with our sketch. Definitely a little bit of a difference. I mean, they put 4 photos on this one. I'm going to put 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4. larger, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then journal box here, or I might put photos here and you can journal on this really light background here. So there are definitely options with this layout as well. Okay, let's put together our card. That's one of the other things I am doing to challenge myself with this challenge, is to do a card with each layout as well. Let's put together our welcome baby card. I have one of our blank cards from our card kit. Our standard A2 card, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I took one of my scraps from cutting the 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 mat, and I cut it down to 5 1/2 inches. So this was 1 1/2 by 5 1/2. And I kind of put it to where I have an orange dotted line at the top and the bottom, and that's what's going to go at the top and the bottom of our card here. Let me reinforce my corners a little bit with the repositionable. There we go. And so I'm going to place these on, making sure that my little orange line of dots is at the top and the bottom. And maybe when you cut your paper, you may have a slightly different line at the top and the bottom. It just worked out that I noticed that. And so that's what I'm going to do for my card, because we're going to see that above and below our mat. It's been a little bit since I've used a mat on a card, and I just saw this bunny one and thought it was adorable with the polka dots. This is one of our 4 by 6 mats. It has the little ducky on the back of it. And again, just want to give it a little bit of extra strength here to make sure that when people are using our card, it doesn't wear funny. Everything stays stuck down nicely. And this is going to go just right inside those 2 orange lines. There we go. That looks great. Going across. And let's see if that helps. See, there's our little dots up here. And it just is going to work with all the dots on our mat. Here we go. And then I also had this, the rest of the mat. So I took 1/4 inch off of each end of the mat. And then when I flipped it over, we had this blue aqua dots. And I thought, you know what, let's use these on our card. Why not? So this is 1/4 inch by 4 inches. And we're going to run this across the top and the bottom, kind of through the center here. Giving us even more dots through our card. There we go. And now we have a purple bunny that was in our Welcome Baby purple embellishment pack, but I just thought it really went nicely with our other bunny here. And I'm going to go ahead and place this one down. I'm trying not to do as many foam squares on the cards so we don't have to increase our postage, but you know, I think it might look good popped up as well. So, and I also found, so we have baby here. We're going to put our letters on our card, kind of offset a little bit, because when I went to do it, when you do it this way, you have, it's running into our bunnies. But if we do it this way, whoops, let's get our B's up and our Y and A down. Then you can see we're not covering either of our bunnies, so it gives us a little more space. These are the enameled embellishments from our embellishment pack. And we also had a tiny purple heart that was in our embellishment pack as well. that I want to put this one above our butterfly here, because then it also brings the purple back over to this side of our card as well from our purple bunny that's over here. So let's get this hopefully in between the lines here. See if I can get this straight. Okay. Oops. One tried to go off on me just a little bit. I don't want any crooked A's. It's so nice that these are all self-sticking. There we go. With our little baby going across, kind of offset a bit. And you can use this one for whatever you want. You may use it as a birth announcement and include a photo of the baby inside the card, or congratulations on your baby and sending a gift to somebody who's had a baby. But just wanted to give you all an idea of what to do with some more of your scraps from your layout. And I think we came up with a pretty cute card. Hit the thumbs up if you like what I've done in this video. And if you aren't already a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate each and every one of my subscribers. Until next time.